What's good, everyone? What is good? Welcome back to the channel with yours truly, of course, Machiavelli. Hope y'all having a great day today. So today is Friday, guys. It is Friday. Whew, it's Friday, guys. Today is such a bittersweet day for me. Hold up. My window's open, so if you hear the cars go by, I'm sorry. Today is such a bittersweet day for me, as I said before, but before I even get into that emotional stuff, let me just talk to y'all quick about this build. So today I'm back with another build, and today's build is going to be a grunge apartment. I really wanted to try doing something like this. I know it wasn't the most requested to do, which I know, but I still, I was interested in, figuring out what a grunge apartment was, and I never knew what a grunge apartment was until, I searched it up. And the thing that I'm loving about doing these builds for you guys or doing builds for you guys is that I'm learning new designs or new types of styles while I do this, and it's so cool because I never knew that. Well, I knew that styles like this existed, but I never knew exactly how the styles were, and they're pretty cool. And this what's called design itself is pretty cool too. A grunge type of apartment. It's very, when I was online, when I was on the Google, when I was on there, I learned, what I've seen was, it was very, the type of design is very, I don't know, so messy or very out of order, but yet it comes together so beautifully. And I won't say beautifully, but so it's like clutter that's good for the eyes. I don't understand this. I don't even know how to describe it. A grungy type of apartment. I looked at it and it's very colorful. It's very messy, but it's the type of messy that you're like, oh my god, it looks great. Even though there's a bunch of clutter, but it's not too cluttery to the point where you just don't want to be there. It's too cluttery because there's different colors, different textures, different palettes. It's just a bunch of different stuff, and they're darker tones, so it makes everything looks more compact. And it's really cool though. It's a very cool design, a very cool type of theme, and I was so excited to do it. So when I was researching it about stuff like this, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And when I was doing my design, I really wanted to add that type of dungeony / brights. I want to make it dungeony but still welcoming, and also very I don't say modern, but very all over the place with the design. I don't want to make it a straight white kitchen or a straight this kitchen. I want to make it look like reused materials were added on, or different, make it look vintage, if you understand what I'm trying to say. It's just with this grungy style apartment, there's just so much you can do with it, and I really enjoyed doing it, and I had so much fun doing it and planning out the design. I really do love this apartment because of its own wow factor, or it's because of its uniqueness, because I've have built apartments sort of like this, but I have not built apartments like this before. It's very industrial, it's very wacky, it's very out of the place, one of those apartments you see on TV shows of these poor people that were, well, quote unquote poor people that can't afford to live in a high-end apartment, so they use a bunch of these reused materials to make vintage type of used materials to make this new amazing apartment. And that's what I did with my type of theme, and I don't know, I just love the way it came out, and it looks so cool, and so I'm so happy I made it. And my favorite part is the kitchen, of course, because I loved how I incorporated different colors, different textures, different a different type of feel into this house. It's very, I don't say it's different, but it's something that I don't normally do with my builds, and it came out excellent in my opinion. But of course, you guys are 110% my true critics. You guys know what looks good, you guys know what it doesn't. So of course, I want you guys to be honest and tell me what you guys think of this apartment. I thank you guys so much for all the support and all the happy goings and all the love that you guys have given me. And I'm gonna try to put in 2 links to something. Well, anyways, that's for another thing, but anyways, I'm gonna try to do something for you guys. I was thinking of doing it because I'm trying to find the easiest way for me to give you guys the custom content that I have, but I cannot upload my folder because that is illegal, sort of. It's very disrespectful for me to do that because a lot of you guys have been asking for it, and I've been trying to find ways and ways of doing it, but some of these custom content I'm finding from packages, and I can't upload the packages back, and so I can't even link the packages packages to you guys, because those packages I found from so long ago and I can't find them anymore, and I'm just trying my best to do it, but I can't upload them to you guys because it's still not there. So I'm trying to find a way. I will find a way somehow, so just bear with me, guys. And there's a lot of people that have been asking about CC in general, like how their game has been crashing and how to upload it and all that. I have a video coming out this Saturday of just me uploading CC for you guys, so stay tuned to that. If you don't know how to add in CC to your game, I will be showing you that. I have a video, I just need to edit it and record it, of course, for you guys, but that should be up at least by Sunday or Saturday this week, because I already have it filmed. And I'm just trying my best to figure out, like, honestly, I spent today at like in class and on the breaks just figuring out a way for me to get you guys like the CC that you guys want, because right now CC is very broken. It's very broken. Like when I was doing this house, there was so much CC that I wanted to use, but because of the update, it's just everything has been broken. Like my mirrors in this, like my mirrors are broken. They're sad. I can't use my mirrors that I want. I can't use some of the CC I want. The lamps I want are broken. There's a car. Everything, like there's so much stuff that I want to use, but I can't because it's broken. So I recommend not getting CC at the moment, because a lot of it's going to be a waste because of the update. So I recommend for the next, like I say, week or so, just wait for new CC to come out and then go, because the old CC may not be compatible with the new patch. So I don't want you guys to download new CC and then next you know the CC is not compatible with the new patch, so you have to delete everything all over again. So I recommend you guys wait and don't download any old CC. Everything in the past now, because there's been so much people like since the new update, because the update was so big, that their games has crashed, their games have stopped working because of that patch, and you just downloading the old CC could make that happen to you. So I recommend you not do that, and it could make the CC that you have in there worse. So keep everything the way it is and just wait a few weeks before you download new CC. That's what I'm doing mostly, because I don't want my game to crash. My game has been working decently. Of course, I've been having save troubles here and there, but I haven't had any crashes. But so I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed. I have not downloaded any new CC except Tumblr CC. Any new CC except Toddler CC. I really want to go ahead and get some other CC, but I don't want to trust it yet. I want to test it yet. I want to wait and see if any new CC out. And this is what I'm saying off of my opinions. You can still go ahead and do it. I don't know what's gonna happen because I haven't done it, but it's just I've seen so many other people complain about it that I don't want it to happen to your guys' game. So that's what I would recommend. And as you guys see what I'm doing right now, I'm going back to the build. I add a lot of different colors into this build, which is really cool. So let's say like that color of the what's it called? What's that thing called? The range top? I never thought of using it, but it just tied in well. I don't know. To me, I like it. I like how everything's different, and it makes me happy. And I love all these different concepts I'm adding to it. It makes me happy. But I hope that helps you guys in some way or another. But today I actually want to do something that's been long awaited, something that I should have talked about a long time ago. Was my trip to Japan. Yes, I'm finally gonna talk to you guys about it. I have been so slacking when it comes to that. You guys have asked me, yes, tell us the trip, tell us about it, tell us about Japan, and I've been like, oh, sure, but laziness has just stopped me from doing it. But anyways, guys, so pretty much last summer in April, the end of April, I took a trip to Japan itself. Yes, I was 18 years old, and how I even came to take the trip was because one of my friends decided that she was gonna go, and she was younger than me. No, she was the same age as me, and it's always been my dream to go to Japan. I've been wanting to go to Japan since I was, I'll say 11, maybe 10 or so. I've always wanted to go, and so when I saw that she went to go do it, I really took the plunge with that. I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. It's just, of course, I was nervous. I'm going to a whole new country by myself. I do not know any Japanese. I know a little bit of Japanese, but I don't know a lot of Japanese, and it was very scary, but I knew that I wanted to go. And so how it happened was, it's very funny because on Friday I went to class, because this was literally a week before our break. So I was gonna go to school. I was gonna go home next week. But anyways, what happened was, the Friday before my break, or the day before my break, because I leave on Saturday and it's a Friday, my friend took a Snapchat of her ticket to Japan. and I was so jealous. I was like, this is not fair. I was like, well, not fair, but I was just thinking, like, I want to do this. This should be me. And then I was thinking, Malik, just do it. Just go ahead and look at the tickets. And so I went online and I started looking on the tickets. And when I realized the tickets were like $700, because, you know, I live in Canada, and US money is more money than, well, for our sakes, if we want to change from Canadian to US, is more money. So when I was looking in US, it was hella cheap. I was like, oh my god, it's only $700 to go. And I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, I can actually do this, because I had the money on me. And so I was like, I can actually do this. So I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, I want to go to Japan. She's like, you're not going. What? Son, you are not going over my dead body. You're not stepping foot in a plane across the sea. I was 19. You're like, you're 19. You're not a big man. Calm yourself. Sit your ass at school. Stop talking this foolishness about, I want to go to Japan. Like, my mom was like, no, it's not happening. So I'm like, okay, it's not happening. But then ever since that day, I just kept on thinking about Japan. And so when I got home that week, I started searching up again. And then I realized that the tickets are wrong, and then it was Canadian money, and then I was really discouraged. I was like, because I had all this hopes of going, and I finally got my parents to say maybe. Not yes, but maybe. And so I knew that I could go. But then all my tickets were wrong, and I realized I was buying my ticket in American money, and when I went to Canadian money, it was way more money, and my heart just plummeted. I was like, I'm not going. It's not happening. I'm not going to Japan this year. I'll just wait till next year. I was just really really emotionally gone. Like, I cried. I cried because I was planning my trip out. I was so hyped to go, and I didn't have the money to go. I didn't have the money. And so I was depressed. For at least 10 minutes. So I said, no, Malik, you know what? Splurge. I was like, it's a once in a lifetime moment. Splurge. You might hate yourself for spending this money you might hate yourself for spending this much money, but you've been dreaming about this day. I've been dreaming about going there for my whole life. And I was like, if something happens, I don't want to live with regrets. I have the money. I had the money, but for me to do it, I have to splurge. And I was like, I have the money, like, just do it. You might regret it. I know I wasn't gonna regret it, but like, you don't have the money. But anyway, the money was a problem. And so I was like, you know what? I was like, Malik, I was gonna get more money by the time then, but still, I didn't have enough money at the time. So I was worried about that. So what happened was, I just did it without telling my mom, without doing anything, without telling my mom, oh mom, I'm doing this, without even booking a hotel, without booking how am I gonna get there and back, because I knew I was gonna take the train, but I didn't know how to take the train and all that. All I knew was I want to go to Tokyo. That's all I knew at the time, was booking my ticket, and I didn't care. I booked it without telling my mom, my dad, my brothers. I literally was in the living room and I just booked it. And there you go. I was on a trip to Japan, and when I was so ecstatic. Like, I thought that I would regret it after it, but once I said, you are officially, they sent me the whole thing after of my ticket and all that, I was ecstatic. I was so happy. I wanted to cry happy, because it's my dream. It was my dream of going to Japan. And so for that to happen, to know that I'm going there, it was mind-boggling. It honestly was like one of those moments where you're like, this is really happening. And I almost broke down and cried. I was so close, because I was just so overjoyed with happiness. And so literally after I bought it, I ran upstairs and I went upstairs and I hugged my mom. And my mom was like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing's wrong. And she just looked at me. She just looked at me. I didn't tell her anything. And she just looked at me. She's like, you bought the ticket, didn't you? I'm like, mm-hmm. She's like, and she's like, okay. We couldn't do anything about it now. We couldn't. I couldn't cancel it, because you have to pay a fee to cancel. I'm like, hello, I'm not paying another $100 so if I want to cancel it tomorrow. So I was like, I'm not canceling it. So I didn't pay for that. And yeah, I bought my ticket. And at that time, like I said before, I had no hotel, no no yen, nothing. I didn't know what I was gonna do, where I was gonna live. All I knew was that I had a cousin living there, luckily, because when I told my mom, my dad, so happily guys, I have a cousin. So happily, literally, I learned about this. So like I said before, I told you guys, I searched up about Japan on Friday. I learned that I have a cousin living in Japan on Monday. Yeah, I'm learning all this stuff. I'm 19. I just learned that I have a cousin living in Japan. Anyway, so that happened. So that was one of the reasons why my parents were like, okay, I'll let you go. because they live. But by that time, we weren't in contact with him at that time. So when I bought the ticket, I didn't know if he was gonna be there or not. So I had to send him a message on Facebook and all that. He replied. He told me he's gonna be there. So everything was good for me in April. Only thing was a problem was me actually having a place to stay because the hotels were too expensive. And thank God I went online and I searched for days and days and days on end about Japan. After I booked the ticket, I learned about the culture, I learned about the language, I learned the except I learned the words that I'm gonna need, because when I got to Japan, thank God, thank the Lord, I learned the words that I needed because I used them so much. I used excuse me, I need your help, thank you. I knew about thank you and hello and all that already, but like excuse me and where is this, and just keywords you need to get people's attention. I learned that because on the first day there I got lost. I'll tell you about that in another time because that's where I was hilarious. I think I told you guys about that already when I got lost on the first day. Oh, that was beautiful. But literally, I got off the plane. Anyways, that's like, I'm not gonna lose track. But anyways, that happened, and so I researched, and then I learned about Airbnbs, and I was happy I found them because I really wanted the whole Japanese experience. I didn't want just a half-ass go to a hotel and live there, but I really wanted the whole Japanese experience. So I'm happy I found an Airbnb, and I got to stay in an actual Japanese apartment, and it was lit. Like, it's so small and it's so quaint, but it's so homey. And if you guys don't know this, I love small spaces. They make me happy. I don't know what it is. I've always liked small spaces. That's why I love building that's why I love building small apartments. I just love small spaces. So when I got to the when I found out the apartment, and it was hella cheap, and it was right beside a train station, it was just, everything just fell into place. And I bought my yen, and I did my last a few weeks in college, and it was like that motivator for me in college to know that once I'm done this, I'm going to Japan, because I booked it about 5 days after my last exam. So it was really pushing me, and it was hella fun, guys. I enjoyed Japan so much, and I have so much stories. Like, I went to Shibuya Crossing. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have saw my Instagram video of me at Shibuya Crossing. It was lit, guys. Like, I literally crossed that Shibuya Crossing about 20 minutes straight. I just crossed the crossing because it was so cool, like how much people actually cross, and like it was just like a hustle. It was just so cool. You can't beat that experience. And I went to all these like little ancient places and these like hole in the wall restaurants, and shall I say, hands down, Japan owns ramen. Like, I have never had such good ramen in my life. Like, it's so good. I'm saying like a lot, but you don't understand. Like, it was so good. It tasted so good. Like, the ramen was blessed. But I'm so pissed off on myself. Like, you go to Japan, you expect you would have sushi, right? I didn't get no sushi. I ran out of money. Oh, funny story. How I ran out of money, because I'm an idiot. I want to swear at myself, guys. Like, I had a panic attack while I was in Japan by myself at a bus stop. People thought I was crazy. Like, guys, I broke down crying in Japan because I spent over $60 in less than an hour in Japan. I wasted $60, guys. Coming from someone that didn't have the money to begin with to go. So it was really tough on me to know that. And because of that, I had to literally, I was literally broke on the last day there because of that stupid $50. I can't believe I did that. I'm so pissed off at myself. But anyways, what happened was I went to Akihabara, which is like the place for anime, so I had to go there. It was lit. I'll never go there again because I have terrible memories. They have these machines where you go and then you put money in the machine, and then you could have like a chance to win an action figure. Guys, if I just freaking bought the action figure, all of it was been good, because the action figure actually cost around $30, and I wasted $60 trying to get the action figure. So if I just freaking bought the action figure, I would have saved $30 and have the action figure itself. So I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself. I literally wasted $60 for no reason when I could just bought the action figure. So yeah, I wasted money pretty much because I kept on trying to win this Ace. If you don't know, I love One Piece, and Ace is like my favorite character. Okay, spoiler, if you're watching One Piece, turn off the mic right now. Spoiler alert. I'm pretty sure everyone knows this. R.I.P. Ace. I love you. May you rest in peace. I'm so sad that he died. Him and Whitebeard. Always have a place in my heart. But anyways, I really wanted that, and I also wanted this Pokemon thing, but I tried so hard, guys. Once I tried to the point where I started like, I became, you know those toddlers when they throw like a tantrum? I became a toddler. I just couldn't win, and I was so pissed. I'm like, how can I not win this? Because it was like on the edge. And here's the thing that pissed me off. Guys, tell me this. Exactly when I leave, this guy wins it. What? I spent $30 on this one action figure, and the time that I leave, literally the moment I leave, I look back, this other guy gets onto the machine, and he wins my action figure. You know how pissed I was? Like, I'm amped. I was like, no fucking way. Sorry, I have to swear there, but I was so flippin' pissed off, guys. Like, my face turned red. I'm a black dude, and my face turned red. That's how pissed I was. I was enraged. And at that point, I realized that I lost $60, and that didn't add on to it. So I was just flipping out. Like, I had to, and thank God I had a pocket Wi-Fi. I had to go home and call my mom. It was like 3 a.m. I was like, Mom, I lost everything. She's like, what? I'm like, Mom, I lost $50. She's like, you blasted idiot, you're lying. I'm like, no, Mom, I lost $50. Like, Malik, how could you be so stupid with your money? I'm like, I don't know, Mom, I'm an idiot. Like, guys, I lost $60. It was terrible. But anyways, that's like one of the stories of my Japan trip. I will never go to Akapar again. I just have terrible memories. Like, that ruined my day. $60. Guys, that's a lot of money for me. Especially when I didn't have the money to begin with. Oh, guys. Because it was so addicting. They make those games to be like, oh my god, the next time you try, you're gonna win. Bullshit. Effing bullshit. No, the next time you try, you're just gonna lose money like always. That didn't hit me in the head until I was $60 like deep in my pocket. I have a headache just thinking about it. Just thinking about what I could do with that $60 when I was there. I didn't get to try sashimi because of those effing games. Well, it's my fault, not their games. But anyways, guys, that was like a quick rant. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end off this commentary here because the slide's about to kick in. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all enjoyed this rant. Oh god, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for 12k, guys. We are a 12k family member squad. We are a unit. Y'all are my family. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and thank you guys so much. So also, guys, quick question: what's your guys' favorite TV show growing up? I just finished marathoning Sailor Moon like yesterday, so I didn't know what you guys look like. I grew up watching Sailor Moon, so yeah, leave down below what do you guys used to watch when you guys were like little kids, or what do you guys still watch? So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. As always, enjoy the rest of the slides. Deuces, my loves. Deuces. Dab to you.